Are you also someone who is confused and overwhelmed when it comes to different exams like TEF, DELF, and TCF, and you never understand the difference between them? Don't worry, your TEF guru is here to rescue you all today. Je m'appelle Muskan, aka your TEF guru, and welcome to Language Fluent, everyone. Let's see what is DELF. DELF stands for Diplôme d'études en langue française, and it is a foreign language diploma that is issued by the French Ministry of Education. When they issue the certificate to you, it is valid throughout your lifetime and it is worldwide accepted. That means all the countries that speak French will accept you proudly. Also, this diploma tests your proficiency level in the language and tests whether you can speak like a native or not. Now, DELF and DALF are basically divided into multiple stories or levels, starting from A1, A2, B1, B2, C1 and C2, where C2 basically signifies that you can speak the language like a native. All the levels have their own chains as well. Like A1 can be divided into A1.1 and A1.2. Same goes for A2, B1, B2, C1 and C2. Further, let's see a few basic differences between DELF and TEF. Please remember, TEF is only used for immigration purposes. That means if you want to settle down in Canada or France, you can opt for this test. Whereas DELF is one of the exams that provides you a diploma for the language and you can get admission into any French university. And TEF doesn't enable you for that. And one more point that is very important, TEF's validity is only for 2 years, whereas DELF never expires. Now, if we move further, the audios in DELF are played twice. That means if you have made any mistake or missed any answer, you can cover up in the second part. And this exam is pretty affordable. It costs around 8,000 rupees. That is pocket friendly as well. Further, let's move on to the TEF. Now let's discuss a few details about the TEF exam. The TEF exam has no structure at all. That is why it's a difficult exam. Why? Because there's no targeted syllabus to it. You can appear after whatever level you want to, but you'll be getting the things from A1 to C2. So that means there's no particular syllabus to look into. The exam approximately lasts for 3 hours and it costs around 25,000 rupees. That means it's not at all pocket friendly, right? Also, there are more difficulties to it. The speaking lasts for 10 to 15 minutes, but you have only 1 minute to prepare for it. And in 1 minute, what all do? We only panic, right? And further, if I move more deeper into it, the audios are played only once. When the audios are played once, that means you cannot correct your mistakes at that moment. And next very common question that I always get is, does DELF training works for TEF? And my answer will be a straight no. And why did I say a no? Because both the exams are totally different from each other. The patterns are different. Hence, it requires different practice. And when it comes to different practice, there are different tips and techniques that you need to remember for both the examinations. When it comes to DELF, your preparation will be totally opposite, and when it comes to your immigration exam, that is TEF, it is totally different. You need to practice accordingly. That means if I say you need to practice accordingly, you cannot bake your cake just with the oven. You need your ingredients as well. Now let's see the difference between TEF and TCF. Now TEF stands for Test d'Évaluation de Français, and it is a French proficiency test that tests your knowledge for this language. Whereas TCF stands for Test de Connaissance du Français, and it is a test that tests your proficiency and it is accepted by the IRCC department. Now let's discuss the differences between exam structure of TEF and TCF Canada. So when it comes to TEF Canada, It is for the citizenship exam. If you are looking forward to immigrate and apply for citizenship in Canada, you need to appear for this exam. It has two parts, oral expression and oral comprehension. In oral comprehension, you'll be having 40 questions that you need to answer in 60 minutes, whereas in oral expression, you'll be having two tasks that are speaking and you need to cover them in 15 minutes. Whereas when it comes to the TCF, there are four mandatory parts that you need to appear for: reading, speaking, writing, and listening. And you can see the details on the screen.